But yeah, Retro Bob showing off the one-up trick. You know, I've never gotten that to work. I don't totally understand it. I'm not sure if it's oh, looks like all right, here we go. So we are running. Wow, Retro Bob's screen kind of, I don't know if it just froze and it just happened to have frozen on the sky there for a second, but that looked kind of crazy. Alright, so there we go. So, sounds like NathanAlmighty's timer is a little weird right now. He just said that his foot pedal locked up. So, I guess we're gonna have to ignore NathanAlmighty's time and just go based on Retro Bob, which is no big deal. Looks like Retro Bob... Oh, actually... They kind of changed there. I swear Retro Bob was about a frame rule ahead, but now it looks like NathanAlmighty is. Alright, so here we go. Very exciting difference in strategies here. We've got NathanAlmighty already fire-powered up, which is going to help a lot with just these piranha plants, not having to do, you know, risky pipe jumps and that kind of thing, while Retro Bob is just running through small. Now, that can either mean that Retro Bob is waiting until the optimal time to collect power-ups, which is in 1-3 and 1-4. But I have a feeling that we might actually just be seeing small strats from Retro Bob. I think that's what he was on last time. Oh, there he is collecting power-ups very optimally in 1-3. That was such a nice grab. NathanAlmighty shooting a couple extra fireballs. However, that one of those Koopas escaped his wrath just a little bit there. Alright, so yes, the beginning of this race, pretty exciting. Always very, usually very close in World 1. Oh! Retro Bob might be going for small fire, being that he ignored that firepower. And since a firepower kill on Bowser is faster, yes! He is going small fire Mario, and he got the glitch. Alright, so, just in case there's anyone new who does not know what small fire is, here's what just happened. Retro Bob hit the axe and Bowser on the same frame. So the game registered that he got hit, but didn't have time to make him small. Which means that he's small, but he looks big. Then he just collected a power-up, which meant that he was big, but he looked small, and now he's got firepower, but he's still small Mario. Which means that he now has both the benefits of having Mario's small hitbox and the benefit of having firepower. It takes a little bit to set up, you know, having to get hit on purpose and then collect power-ups, but now he's got this optimal Mario physique. So yeah, small fire is a really cool glitch, and you know what? I really love how there's always somebody who's never seen it before, right? Every time that somebody does small fire, someone's never seen it before. And what's exciting about that is just the fact that this is Super Mario Bros. We're talking about. And this is like a huge thing in this game that a lot of people have never seen before. But it's always been there. You could have done this in the 80s on your system if you knew about it. So, Nathan still just a little bit ahead with getting through 2-2. Luckily, both players got through 2-2 without getting hit. Those water sections can be very, very treacherous. But here we go on 2-3 with the cheeps. Everybody, Oh, NathanAlmighty went for a pretty risky jump under a cheap there, but it landed on top of him. That is unfortunate. But yes, this level can be very, very treacherous with these cheeps. Can you do it on every Bowser stage? Well, yes. Anytime that you touch Bowser and the axe at the same time, you can do it. You do have to be at least big, though. Otherwise, something else happens that's kind of weird if you're small and you do the trick. But if you're wondering also, as far as small fire state goes, you keep it until you're dead. If he gets hit, he will go back into big Mario status He will be small Mario, but look big again. The only way that the glitch actually ends is if you die. Alright, so it looks like Retro Bob actually just got the lead a tiny bit in that castle. Probably thanks to Nathan having gotten hit on that cheap stage. But alright, here we see... Oh, wow, Retro Bob almost fell into that pit there, but was able to catch himself. And of course, a death is particularly brutal for him because he is invested in Small Mario now. Which means if he dies, he's lost this glitch status that he spent time setting up. Here's these very treacherous stairs. Retro Bob took it very safely. NathanAlmighty went a little more YOLO on it, and it paid off for him. So yeah, 3-1. We are still neck and neck here. You know, I wonder if Retro Bob is using RF for his capture. His image is just the colors are a little noisier, and I wonder about these things. Oh, another little thing about Small Fire is that there isn't an actual sprite for Small Mario throwing a fireball, so you'll notice that his torso grows large when he throws a fireball. However, that doesn't mean that he's assuming large Mario's hitbox or anything. So, but the fireball is coming out from a regular tall Mario spot, which means you can actually jump under an enemy, such as a Cheep Cheep, and shoot a fireball, and Mario's sprite will grow up into the enemy, but not his hitbox, and he'll throw a fireball into the enemy without getting hit, and it's kind of neat. Alright, entering 3-4, NathanAlmighty still with a slight lead here. Let's see how their bars and potaboos go. Looks like they both got pretty good bars. Both taking the potaboos pretty safely, but also pretty quickly. And we continue on. A nice fire kill from both players, and NathanAlmighty still with a slight lead. On to World 4. Very exciting level. This level is funny because if you're big or small, you can always get through it at the same speed. But if you're big, it's a little easier to collect these coins that Retro Bob is not collecting. But hey, maybe he doesn't need them. I just get razzle-dazzled by the coins and I jump at them whether it's good or not. Alright. Entering 4-2. This is a very, very fun level. You can go either top route or bottom route, and I love to see the players take different routes. Looks like NathanAlmighty is going top route here, and so is Retro Bob. So you can run straight across the top. It's not necessarily any faster. In fact, without proper execution, it can be slower, but hey, bottom route without proper execution is also slow, so, you know. Ignoring the chance of failure, it's the same speed to go top or bottom. 3:44 on the timer is optimal. And now starting 4-3. This level gave me a lot of trouble at the start just because it's kind of complicated at first, but once you get used to it, it's one of the easier, shorter levels in the game. I mean, look at that. You blink and 4-1 is gone. Or 4-3, I'm sorry. Alright, entering 4-4. Now, 4-4 has a little thing at the beginning. We'll see how they handle it. NathanAlmighty slowed down on those stairs, as you saw, while Retro Bob buffered an A press, as in he started holding A during the title card, probably, which, you know, if you start holding A or B before a level begins, it'll register that button press at the beginning of the level, which is, you know, called buffering it. And if you buffer a jump at the beginning of 4-4, it makes you bonk into the ceiling, which for some reason makes Mario fall down the stairs at a rate that's easier to deal with. I think the reason is that when a level starts, the first time that Mario begins descending is slower than normal. And so if you start the level and you run straight off the stairs, it's different than if you jump, bonk into the ceiling, and fall. That causes then when you fall down the stairs, you'll fall a little faster. And that causes him to go down the stairs a little better. Alright, so I digressed a little bit there. NathanAlmighty actually took a hit on the 4-4 Bowser. The 4-4 Bowser is arguably the toughest Bowser in the game. It's very difficult to react in time to whether he's a forward or a backward jumping Bowser. Nathan collected a safety power up there, and it was a good thing he did, because that bro gave him the business right afterward. Oh, and he got the tough bro pattern! So Retro Bob finishes out 5-2. NathanAlmighty, when you jump over that plant, right here, that exact pattern of bros that he just got a second time is pretty difficult to deal with. And yeah, he took a death the first time. Second time managed to get through it. And then, luckily though, the nice thing about this level is that there is a checkpoint right at that part. And there's 2 power-ups right after it. Which, unfortunately, he lost his firepower, because there's an odd thing with hitboxes in this game where if you are standing on a step that is above an enemy, and they're standing on the step below you, the game calculates it as you getting hit, and not stomping the enemy. And so, unfortunately, he lost his firepower to that. Retro Bob slowing down a little bit for these fire bars. NathanAlmighty, oh, okay. So, Retro Bob, he got hit. He is small, but he's got Big Mario's hitbox, which is, you know, the worst state to be in. Hoofta. NathanAlmighty getting some very unfortunate bills here in 5-3. Oh my gosh! 5-3 is a very, very difficult level. It can very easily just absolutely kill your run. Sounds like NathanAlmighty might be forfeiting the race here, since, oh, Retro Bob looks to be looking in the wrong spot for the power-up. Sounds like, Nathan has some other business to attend to, so, I guess he's calling it quits with just a brutal 5-3. That level can very easily make or break your race. Hey, Royal! Retro Bob, though, finishing up 6-1. Yeah, so he looked like he forgot where the firepower was and started going where the extra life is sometimes, but ended up getting it. And so now he is small Mario, or he's big Mario, but he looks small. So here's a fire flower for him. Boom, and he is back into small fire status. But yeah, this race ended up starting about 15 minutes late, so Nathan unfortunately had some plans right after the race that he now needs to go attend. Retro Bob playing a little safe there to avoid a 6 on the clock. Feel free, Roy. Alright, ooh, that is a different strat for 6-3. I've seen that strat a little bit, and I think it's just a tiny bit faster than jumping on those platforms up there. It's pretty dangerous, though. Not as dangerous if you're small, though. I think the real dangerous in doing that opening is if you're big, you can bonk on one of the platforms and end up falling into the pit if you don't duck jump. Alright, taking 6-4 safely there. If you jump under that Podoboo, it is reported to give you good bars, but whoa! Retro Bob does not care if his bars are good or not. He is just going through. Fire kill. Hey there, Roy. How are you today?
Doing good, man. Had some close calls today. Did not get the PB, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the one frame jump, but I didn't even get the pixel for the wall jump, so that was pretty sad.
Ooh, Retro Bob took a early hit in 7-1 here, but luckily there's a super mushroom right there. Nice double bro kill. And we'll see if okay. I think it might have been Goofy Chocobo who we were watching him try to collect that fire power that they ended up just running away from.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is taking too long. Forget it.
Yeah, for a second I was thinking that was Bob, but no, Bob was the one who double bopped the two Hammer Bros that were standing in line.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
All right, 7-2, very treacherous level. However, this is a level where you can really imagine the benefits of Small Fire Mario, because being able to navigate as Small Mario through all these fish and being able to shoot something that gets in your way,
it's pretty useful and much easier.
And no blooper party at the end of 7-2, so that is just a darn good 7-2.
Yep, not bad at all. Oh, 4 fish right in a row.
Just a big wall of cheeps. Very interesting choice to jump over these Koopas instead of shooting them with firepower, since cheeps can jump up and turn these Koops around.
Yeah, like you have to pay attention to if they hit the Koops or not. Right, you could say that cheap wall could be called a value menu.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't get it.
Because they're cheap, and it's like a wall of them, so there's a bunch of cheap things in a row. So it's a value menu.
You'll have to explain that one to me via IM.
Okay.
Alright, 7-4, the second leggy Bowser, but that one, he actually didn't get any leg there.
Yeah, not bad. Call hacks.
Alright, a well-performed 7, and oh, now it's time for World 8. Everyone's favorite. The best world in the game. The best world in probably most platformers ever. I don't know, I mean, what platformer has a world better than this?
I don't know, maybe Lost Levels.
Lost Levels has some bangers. World 8 and Lost Levels is maybe better. It might be better than this World 8. But, you know,
Stair Boss.
Wet Dry World is pretty great, too. Alright, 197. Good job avoiding that 6 by Bob. 200 is optimal for that level, so he didn't slow down very much there. I think World 8 in Lost Levels might also... It might appear better since it's right after World 7, which has that stupid wing.
I waited for the bullet.
No.
Looks like it jumped a frame too late.
Is it? I think it's 7-3 in Lost Levels. Is that dumb like spring wind level?
Yeah, that's the one. 7-3.
I think that is maybe the worst designed Mario level.
Yeah, that one's like the hardest one to keep your P-speed the whole way. You could just easily lose tons of seconds by having one bad spring jump.
Mm-hmm. Alright, cruising through 8-3, doing the little bonk to avoid a 3 on the timer, and here we go, 8-4. And, So if he completes the, not to curse him, but if he completes this 8-4 without dying, this will be a deathless small fire run, which is really, really exciting.
Heck yeah. I don't know if we've had one before on this tournament.
Yeah, because of course the big deal is that if you die with small fire, you don't have small fire anymore. So
yeah, exactly.
This might be our first small fire victory. Tubular from Mario World. I don't exactly recall which one that is. Between gnarly and awesome. Ooh, very
really close. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty risky on that that fire bar, but here we go.
Right. It's gotta kill Bowser instead.
Yeah, and there we go, a small fire win with a very good 20:25 on the clock. Retro Bob crushed this race. Excellent, excellent.
Well, no, he won't die in one hit. He has 2 hits, just like Big Mario.
Yes, but yeah, the weird thing is that if he gets hit, he will look like Big Mario, but
and then only have
he doesn't
one
have right. He doesn't have the extra hit at that point. All right, so yeah, good game to Retro Bob. Good game to NathanAlmighty, who had the unfortunate World 5. Yes, the 5-3, and then had to leave.
Oh, ouch. Okay. Yep, GG.
Yeah, so stick around here. We've got some good stuff coming up. At 7, we've got 82 versus Horstad, which will be me and Flex on commentary. And then at 9 Eastern, did I say the first one right? It was 8 Eastern.
Yeah, 8 Eastern.
At 9 Eastern, we've got we've got a double race, Cosmic and Larvistar versus Retro Dooley and Lasso. So more Mario to come today.
Yeah. All right, thanks for having me join for as little time it was.
Always a pleasure.
All right, well, I'll be seeing you later, man.
Yep, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you on the next Mario race. Bye-bye!
Bye!